Hello, everybody. I see that I'm going to move forward. Okay. Let the mods handle the trolls, guys. I am writing down rules right now, so I'm getting that, okay? So don't worry, guys. Let the mods handle the trolls if there's trolls that come in. So we are coloring from this book today. I like this book a lot. So, hi, Kim. How are you? It's saying my connection is unstable. I don't understand that. So it's just one of those things that happen. So we are coloring from Anastasia, Elly, Koldareva's Mysteria. And today we will be coloring from, we are coloring this picture. Hi, Charlotte. Yeah, I know. I really like this book because you can use pencils and markers in this book together. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be using a little bit of pencils, a little bit of markers. So I like this picture for a lot of reasons. I could do a lot with it. So I got no notebooks today. So, you know, I had to make a decision today. I didn't really want to make the decision because I need more plastics and boards for the comic books. And I got my affiliate money. So rather than use that on books, I had to use that on the thing that I didn't want to use it on, which was this. So I'm going to be using Copics first. Michelle, did you just end your stream? Because I think I saw that you were streaming a little bit before. Hi, Michelle. So we're going to be using Y32. Light Rogue. And then Crimson. You'll understand what I'm doing with these three Copics in a moment. So I've never done this combo before. But I've never done this combo before. So I'm doing this combo for the first time with you guys. So we are using markers and pencils. What did you color from today? Because I was busy doing some work on the comic book. So we're putting the cashmere down first as a base coat. I'm just very lightly applying the Copic. This is cashmere. It's a really nice base coat. Oh, I haven't done much for my geomorphy yet. I haven't done a whole lot of stuff in my Kirby books, and I need to change that. But I have to be in the mood to do Kirby, you know? It's not like I can just... Unless you guys want the girl to be a brunette. And yes, we are using our Copics today. Hi, May! How are you, May? I had a hard time really deciding which of Anastasia's books I was going to color in because all the pictures are beautiful in it. I don't have color morphia. And I'm sure there's a lot of books I do not have, and I'm okay with that. Funny thing about this picture is it doesn't look like it has much detail at first, but as you go through it, you see that it has all these little things in it. I'm just laying a base coat. I have all the Kirby books except Color Morphia. And he has other books besides the Morphia series, guys, so keep that in mind. I think he has one where it's all his sketches. I don't have that one, but people have used that as a coloring book. And then I think he has something called Doodle Mania, if I'm not mistaken. And guess what, May? No new coloring books. That doesn't mean they're not on the way. Yes, Doodle Invasion. I don't have Doodle Invasion. So there are some books I just don't have because, hey guys, I have so many books. So next month is Hannah in November. So that would be Hannah Carlson and Hannah Lynn. And at the end, I'll add watercolor. Well, there, and I'm also waiting for Fairy Celebrations to drop on Amazon. So, plus, I just got informed that I will be getting another books. I got asked to review a book, a coloring book, so it will be shipped sometime within the next week, guys. So it's going to be a surprise. I did get offered a new book by someone to review, so I will be reviewing that book, hopefully, on the channel. And it's a very big book. So I was really happy that I got offered the book to review for free because it's a book I kind of wanted. Yeah, I wanted, but the price tag was a little high for it. So I was really happy that I got offered the chance to review that book. So you see, this is the light color. Now this is light rogue, light rouge, or light rogue, as some people would say. So it is something that I wanted. So I'm really happy that I got offered a chance to review it. So I almost did the mermaid book, but when I went to put it down on the thing, I couldn't get the camera to fit on this thing. So. I plan on getting that one too. Robin, I plan on getting the Kirby book, the next Kirby book. Even though I didn't get Color Morphe yet. I just feel like I have all the books already, so I just feel like Color Morphe are just a rehatch. Don't get me wrong, there's some pretty pictures in there. I like Copics because they blend and I don't have to do any work to blend it. So I'm really just... I want them to drop Fairy Celebrations on Amazon. And, you know, guys, let's say a prayer for Deborah Mueller. As some of you are aware, Deborah Mueller, who does a lot of coloring books, her husband passed away, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday. So let's send condolences and prayers to her because she just lost her husband suddenly. You know, and I want to, you know, it's very sad for her right now. Well, she should be kept in our prayers, guys, so keep that in mind. See right there, there's hand in between, so I have to be careful how I do that. Do you guys like this color, or should I do one more layer of red? So what have you all been reading, doing? And guys, this is starting to dry up a little bit. My red is starting to dry up a little bit. Let me see if I have a like rogue of red color. Ladies and gentlemen, you didn't think I would oh, that's nice. That's a nice book. Summer Nights. Might be one of the books that we do, or we're gonna do seasons or something from Anastasia. And I found my wet wipes. I found my wet wipes, guys. So, so whenever I do the thing with Copics, I always like to have my wet wipes. I always keep my wipes on me, especially when I'm refilling my Copic. Oh no. Well, you know what? You could always say that he has paint on his face, May. So, you know what I always say? Use the back page. And I must say that I have been loving TV this week. I watched some Legacies, which I really enjoyed the episode more than I thought I would. And then I watched some Batwoman. Yes, some people have given it bad reviews, but here's the thing, guys. A lot of shows get bad reviews. But doesn't mean that they can't build to be better. Because I remember when Arrow first came out, people trashed it, saying it was a horrible show. But then it got better as it went along. So I'm hoping that Batwoman will also get better. I hope so, Miss May. You know, I think it's there's some really good gems of TV. Also, me and my mother love Van Helsing. I love how dark that series has gotten, but it's also very, very twisty. Like there are a lot of things that they've done in that series that I didn't think you could do in a TV series like that. I also have been loving watching American Horror Story. It went totally different than the way that I thought it was going to go this year. So, you know, I did some laundry yesterday, started a new box for my brother. Like already, the box is almost ready to go. I just have to label what's in it. I just have to add stuff to my spreadsheet. And some of you can see that I put on a water board because when you're working with Copic, they will bleed through, as you can see right here. So I have a blotted page to protect this. And this book is really, the paper is just stunning to work on. And it takes a lot of my mediums extremely well. I do too. I'm thinking she may not need the next color. Now that I'm starting to get towards the end of the hair. If anything, I think maybe a little pencil. The thing about Anastasia's book is they are pricey, but I'll tell you right now, I don't mind paying money on a pricey book if the pictures are beautiful. Doesn't matter if it's Chinese, Russian, American. Also, May, did you see that Christina Novak is coming out with another book called Queens of Poland? Sorry. I'm doing the drip method, Miss May. I've started learning how to do the drip method, but I'm not exactly 100% very good at it yet. And I'm shaking my pen. She does beautiful work, Christina Novak. If you're not familiar with her, she did Face Carousel. And she also did that Slavic Beauties book, which I love that book. Should we leave her hair or should we do another layer? If we do another layer, it'd be like this color, crimson. Or we do it with pencil. Yeah, Aj Kai Pop. It's a very weird one to say. Hold on, guys. I need to drink a little bit of water. So, not sure if I should do another color or not. I like her hair, but it's a little too. You say leave the hair. Okay. So this is crimson. Yeah, that would have been too dark, May. If I do anything with the hair, it'll probably be pencil just to make the streaks a little bit darker. That's what we do with her eyebrows. Hold on, guys. I'm going to go in just for a second so you can see what I'm doing with the eyes. Apple green. Tahitian blue. This is Tahitian blue. And this is apple green. So that way you guys see what I do with the eyes. I like doing eyes, but I'm not very good at it yet. As I go along, I like to put away I have them in a certain order that I like the colors in. So. This color is called Hollycock. No, of you're not familiar with it, but it's Hollycock is what this color is. I think this is definitely going to be a two-parter, guys. So, and guys, I'm going to put it back up. I'm just going to zoom back out, just for a little bit. So I did the purple thing there. Then where is my purple? Where's my purple colors? This is lavender. And I'll tell you something. I like the brush tips a lot more than I like the regular fine nibs. Doesn't mean that you can't use them. It's just that with brush you have more control, I feel. Remember, if your colors are ever too dark, you can use a white pencil to lighten them. I think different people have different taste in what they like to use, May. So Oopsie, I forgot part of her hair. This part of her hair I forgot. Good to remember this. And I like, the thing I like about Copics too, and I tell a lot of people is this, that they have a lot of colors. So it's a lot of colors that you can buy, and then there's colors outside the basic set. No, I'm liking her hair too. The more I see it, the more I like it. But I think what I'm going to do at the end is I may put a little darker tint in it, but that's not till the end if I don't particularly care for it. This is called Salmon Pink. I think the tip is dry. It's okay. This is pink. We'll do a pink instead. This is chamoy. So what will we do for her skin? Floral white. Foot pink. Cotton pearl. Yeah, cotton pearl. We'll do the three colors like that. That's what we'll do for her skin. And I need a white pencil. Where is my white pencil? No, I do not have a full set of Copics. I bought my set. I got my first two Copics. I got my first three Copics, which were what? Frost blue, blueberry. No, not blueberry. Grayish lavender. My first three Copics were given. I got them in a sketch box. I believe they were this color, and this color. Then I bought a 12 set of basic colors, and then I also bought skin tones. And then from there, I ended up buying them each individually because I like to be able to pick the colors that I want to use. Per se, like, to me, I like using the colors that I like to use. So those were the first three I got in a sketch box. So those are how so then that's how I learned if I was truly going to like them. But I knew as soon as I had used them, the first picture I had ever done with the first three Copics, because I had used other markers at the time because I didn't have as many Copics. So I used other markers with them. But the first picture that I truly did with my Copics, the very first time I got them, was a Mordell Rubio pick. So this is Floral White. Now, I use this color all the time as my base color when doing skin tone with the Copic because it's white. Very few markers have whites in them. So No, most people will tell you. There we go with the floral white. I just did this part of it. So we'll do the other part. So then I get the pale fruit pink. So, to me, I didn't want to spend a lot of money. You know, to me, if I had known how much I was going to like. Hold on, guys. This needs to be refilled too. Why is when you start something, everything has to be refilled? So my whole thing was that I didn't want to spend a lot of money on Copics if I didn't like them. You know what I mean? But I had a pretty good idea. Knowing now what I know, I probably would have saved my money and bought the full set. So hold on, guys. You guys can tell I keep. And of course, it got on my hands. I always keep a bunch of tissues around because you never know when you're going to need the tissues to keep your hands clean. Sometimes changing Copics can get messy. You do not want your nib to get dry. And I recently had to replace a nib on one of the other markers on one of my Blick markers. So that's that. And this is Cotton Pearl E00. Cotton Pearl. I want you guys to see what the color is. So this way you know what it is. So and you can tell my nibs are starting to fall apart. Luckily for me, I have replacements for them. I can never find the replacements. See, I've already replaced one nib. So the Copics, you can replace the nibs if your nibs ever get damaged. I think I need to replace the nib. Time to replace a nib, guys. So I'm gonna get the for the. Hold on, guys. I need to get the cotton pearl refill. So yes, you do need to replace your nib. Sometimes this does happen. Your nibs do need to be replaced every once in a while for Copics, but you can get them at any art store. Art supply stores can sell you the nibs, or you can order them from dickblick.com. Now you can order them from Amazon as well. But I would not recommend them because price-wise point, if you order it from Amazon, you're better off ordering from Dick Blick. So I'm just refilling the nib, guys, so it takes some time, so I'm just replacing a nib. So that's taking me. And yes, I do buy nibs. I do buy replacement nibs, so. So now we got a new nib on the Copic. Because my nib is like all. Well, that tells you how much I use these colors. But I do use other markers, so I do use my Les Missions. I do use my Winsor and Newton. I know I do not have the Spy ones. Right now, I think what I want to do is use up my Les Missions first before I get another marker brand in here. You can do a lot with your Copics, Miss Coffee. It's just a matter of playing with them, getting to know them. I love Copics. And I did watch Titans today, and I absolutely. You can do the same thing with regular Copic charts that you can do with regular Copic sketch and Copic markers, Miss Coffee. So. Really good at skin tone with Copics, and well, there's two people who are really good with Copics and skin tones. One being Color and Chat, the other being Belinda. Belinda's like the Copic master. She's the queen of learning. She's the queen. So I have all the refills here, so you guys can see that I do keep the refills close by if I need them while I'm streaming. So. And if you do have Copics, buy refills for them, because once you buy the refills, the Copics become much, much. Rather than you throwing out a marker and putting it in a landfill, you can just refill it. And I do very basic skin tones, but they work for me, Like, not everybody does the same kind of skin tone. Not everybody's going to use the same tools or the same methods. Mm-hmm. So. Hazelnut. This is just to give it a little bit of shadow definition. Now, every time Belinda uses her Copics, I learn more and more about them, and I learn neat new tricks, and sometimes I see new colors that I want to get. They're a great skin tone set. That's a great skin tone, but I don't use this the skin tones the way that they're supposed to be used. But then, Here's the other thing. Find your own way. You know, no two people are going to use Copics exactly the same way. But I don't use the skin tones the same way like everybody else does. So, you know, and I'm trying to learn how to put in different tones in my skin too. But if you can learn how to, you know, here's the thing to me. Markers helped me become better with my pencils, believe it or not, because with markers you have to be lighter handed than when you are using pencils. So that helped me do tone and definition. So this is Floral White again. I think that needs a refill too. Hold on, guys. That needs a refill too. Hold on, guys. I keep tissues. I keep everything here. And I don't have a refill for every Copic color that I have because, you know, sometimes buying the thing like that is. But, you know, you can also. The thing is that if you learn how to use pencils and you learn how to do skin tone with the pencils, you can apply the same, almost the same formula for Copics and markers. Basically, it's almost the same principle, almost. Except that you're dealing with alcohol medium instead of a wax medium. So you're learning that this is an alcohol-based medium. And when you're done refilling it, shake the marker. So it goes, but also make sure the marker is tight because you don't want to splatter the thing. Here's the thing. Try to think of it as a 3-point process. Lightest color first. Medium color second, and then your darkest color last. Because I go light to dark. Some people go dark to light. And that's not saying that their method is wrong. It's just a different way of doing it. Well, the way that I do it is light to dark. Some people are going to go dark to light. So keep that in mind. But when you're doing skin tones, you know who's really good at explaining the trio or the tritone method? Is Jennifer Stay. Jennifer Stay has this whole thing where she does a tutorial on skin tone. But Sammy's also really good at skin tone. Color and chat with Sammy is really good at that. I haven't gotten that book yet. But who are the other two? Helen Ellison did a whole book on color and effects. So if you can get one of those books, those are good books too. I'm not allowed to show them because of copyright and infringement. So keep that in mind. Cotton Pearl E00. These are three very basic colors that I'm doing. I'm just doing a very basic. And remember, when markers dry, they look completely different. Remember, they can come out looking dark, but then they can turn really, really light. Especially if you're using it on Create Space paper. I've seen this happen. Keep that in mind when you do that. What is this? Cotton Pearl? Cotton Pearl. So. And then I could use pencils if I really wanted to shade it in and give it really darker skin tone. So okay. So that's what I do. So how is everybody doing? So wow, 18 people today. Mm-hmm. And look at what other people are doing with their markers too, because then that gives you ideas how to use it. Like I love learning new things, and I've learned tips from Anne too about markers. You know, I used to have such a fear of markers until I saw Anne. Also, the trick to doing good skin or doing basic skin, at least for me, is always go light first. But the way you make your color, the lighter the layers are, the more you can build on them. That was the way I was taught how to do it, light to dark. Especially with pencils. If you go, the farther back you hold your pencil, that's the lighter shade of doing it. So keep that in mind. We just say she got dirt on her fingers. That's all we do. That's how I do my skin tone. Let's add like I do. So now we go back to floral white. If you're not familiar with this, you'll know what this is for later. Miss May knows what this is for. And what got me out of my marker field, I'll tell you, I used to do nothing but pencils, and then I got into markers. And I'll tell you right now, I fell in love with markers. And it's because of Anne that I got over my fear of markers. Now, for beginners and people on budgets, I recommend the Cali Arts because they're very affordable and you get a lot of markers. Then I started trying other markers too. Miss May, what is this? Okay, guys, if you're not familiar, this is aqua pen. This is an aqua pen, so don't worry about that just yet. Miss May knows what that's for. Now, this is cotton pearl again. No, Marabou aqua brush. Then we have all this little stuff to do over here. So I thought this was only going to be, I think we might need two. Maybe I'll do this in one stream. Now, this is an aqua pen, and this is the turquoise. I think this is turquoise. Yeah, I love these pens. They're just beautifully to use. Now, this is a water brush pen. So this is a water medium. I know, right? Then we got to figure out what I'm doing with all this stuff at the bottom. So I like this color. I like these pens. My very first aqua pen was also given to me in a sketchbook, but I liked the one pen that I did have that I asked for another set for Christmas, and my brother actually gave me a small set of these. And it's funny, there's some channels that no longer are around, and I feel sad because they don't update as much anymore. And when they do update, it's special. Like I loved Peter Hewitt, still love Dee Dee, loved Simple Earth for Adults. Hello, Kenneth. I think for a lot of people, their first channels were those people that you said, Shara. Remember, when you use water, it does buckle. So there is a slight little buckling. Well, she did. That's good to know that she'll be back soon. Love her channel. Right now, Jen's in a lot of pain. If you follow any of the streamers on Instagram, Jen gave a news date about what's happening to her, and I just feel so bad that she's got that again. I would never want to have that. And it's not fun to have that at all. And it's painful because I've watched many years ago. Um, my grandfather got that, and I'll tell you something. It was he said he was in so much pain because it didn't help that he was older when he had that happen to him. So I totally understand what's happening with Jen right now. So we can only pray and wish her a happy. I know it's just like it's not even a fun experience, May. I've seen what that does to people firsthand. And my grandfather was older, so he wasn't as young as Jen, but it was still. Let me tell you something. Literally every time someone went to treat him, they would have to wash everything off, take off all their clothes and everything when he went to the doctor and had that. So they literally had to put him in a bathtub, man, because it covered his whole body. Literally. So it is. I remember seeing it. Remember, you can always fix that with pencil. need be. Smooth that out. That's not even close to it. I need a coral blue. I think the only one is in. I think my coral blue is in. Yes. I think my coral blue is in. Or my coral green is in the. The cobalt cream. So this one is cobalt green. It's like a bluish green, and it will correspond to this. To make it. Yep. Second time in a lifetime. If you've ever had chickenpox, you're at risk of getting it when you're older. We just use the pencils. Ugh. It's not fun at all. Well, I think for her it's a little bit different. Maybe because of her, I don't want to say why, but because I don't want to really talk about it, because that's her business. You know, all I can do is wish her a speedy recovery and pray that she gets better. You know, let's send our thoughts and prayers out to those who are suffering right now, like Deborah Mueller, Jen, and other people who have been going through a lot health-wise. You see, we still have all this to color, guys, so take that. Okay, go run your errands. I think tomorrow we'll finish up doing this part of it, but I want to finish doing the background of the sea. So. And guys, don't be afraid to take chances. I always say this, take chances because you learn something. Even if it doesn't come out good, you always get chances. I'm going to show you something I did recently with my Cali arts and my Lemu shows. I haven't even taken a photo yet of this picture. So you guys get to see this. And it's from Mermaid's Grayscale. So you guys get to be the first ones to see this picture. And I did this with Cali Arts and my Mouchos. Experiment with what you know. So you guys get to see this picture firsthand. I did this with Cali Arts and Les Mouchos. So I'm going to show you guys the picture. So you guys get to see what this looks like. You guys are the first ones to see this picture. I haven't even posted it on Instagram yet. So I used Les Mouchos and Cali Arts to do this. So that's what I did for the mermaids, the grayscale. I like this book. That is one of my favorite books to color from, Mermaids Grayscale. Really is one of my favorite books to color from. Then we do the pencil work to do that. So that's what I did there. So now we have guys, do you want me to, let's table this, guys. Do you want me to continue going, or do you want me to stop here and then tomorrow we will finish doing the seashells and all the flora, or do you want me to, I think tomorrow we will continue this picture, but we'll then start something new. Probably, I'm not sure what we'll color next tomorrow. Probably maybe something in a fairies book, or maybe a Linda Ravenscroft. I think I'm going to stop here, guys, for now, because this, and then tomorrow we'll do something else. Tomorrow we'll finish up the seashells, and then we will start another book. I'm thinking maybe a Linda Ravenscroft book, because I really love that book. So, and this is what the cover looks like to this book. So guys, thank you for coming to the stream. I have enjoyed the stream. So everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day, and everybody enjoy their weekend. Bye, everybody.